This is one of the best trailers I've ever seen. Alright, 40 days Logan Paul's countdown to fight night. I'm gonna react to this trailer and I'm gonna react to KSI's trailer. And let me fix my pants. Okay. And then I'm gonna just talk about who I feel like is gonna win the fight based on their psychology. I've seen the last fight and it's very, you can really see how different both their characters are, and there's subtle nuances that tell you who actually is more themselves and more confident. I'm gonna start with Logan Paul's trailer. Let's go. Okay, let me make this a little louder. It's a really good trailer. I like this one.
You probably think you know me.
What's good, Logan?
After all, I've pretty much lived my whole life on camera. You've been inside my house.
Oh, you look so good at night.
You see me doing crazy shit. You know my friends, my family. You've seen me at the top. And you've definitely seen me fall. But the truth is, you don't really know me.
This is one of the best trailers I've ever seen. Literally, he makes himself so relatable. He's really smart. I'm 100% sure he's part of the editing. He edits with it. He says, you know me, you know my friends, you know my life. That's making himself, you gotta understand, people frame themselves a certain way for you to see it. For you as a viewer, please, if you ever can be that conscious to watch a video and know that the person who cut the video cut it in a way, the sound bites and everything, for you to think about him in a certain way. That's not really him. That's not really Logan Paul. That's not really KSI who you see. That's someone who puts out something for you to get a certain picture of him. You see all these videos of these people, of celebrities, of sports stars, of anyone, and you think this person. They are not this person. They give out a certain picture of themselves, and it flames itself into your brain, and you think, oh, when you meet him, oh, it's that person. He has so many other sides that you don't know, but the beginning part, why I say it's one of the best things I've seen, is he makes himself relatable at first. You've seen me, he makes himself like, as you know him, you're part of his family. You've seen me, you know my friends, you see me in front of the camera, you see my ups, him rising up YouTube, you see his downs, we all know what his downs was in Japan. And then he says something, but you don't really know me. Which is something, I don't want to say smart, it's something real. It's something real, and that's what in our time right now is the thing that people want to see the most, authenticity. And I give him the benefit of the doubt. In this case, that's his authenticity. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's always the truth. You don't know me. No matter how many sound bites you see, no matter how many videos you see of me, you probably don't know me. You don't know him. But with that, he brings you almost in a movie. He like befriends you, and then he gives you like a twist, but you really know me and you really want to watch what's next. So it's definitely I saw both trailers. It's definitely a better trailer than the KSI one, definitely the beginning. So let's keep moving forward.
Way to go. Way to go.
You don't know what's inside my heart.
Look at him, y'all.
And you don't know how hard I'm prepared to work, or how far I'm prepared to go to achieve my goals.
Let's go, champ. Way to go, champ.
Also the voice, I always listen to voice too. His voice sounds very authentic in that aspect. You don't know my heart. I really believe that he believes that. I've heard other interviews with him where I see in his eyes a difference between what comes out of his mouth. but here I really believe him, and it sounds very genuine.
You have no idea what I'm capable of. But you're about to find out.
It's a fucking good trailer, but you're about to find out. And the stare, it looks authentic, so that's what I love about it. The drone shot, the camera shot going in. I don't want to stop it now, I'll keep going, but I want to talk over it so you hear me. Look at the drone shots. Hear the boxing, it's like a movie. Whoever shot this, amazing.
One, saw stairs. I saw a digital camera in a magazine when I was like 9, and it was $150. Can't afford that, I'm 9 years old. I went out, I mowed lawns, I snowboarded driveways, I had a birthday party so my friends would give me money. I remember one of my friends brought me $20 in pennies. It's actually him right there, you're an asshole. $20 in pennies.
Very likable in the beginning. No one asked him actually to do this video like that. That's a video of a company, and they asked Logan and KSI to make like this 40-day out video, and KSI didn't do that. Yeah, he did it a little bit, but Logan really like showed like his side of like, oh, I got this camera, and like told the story really well, and I got collected money from the birthday parties and all that. So he makes himself really likable with it, and he knows that. You can tell he knows that. Look in his eyes, he knows the right things to say right now to like get you on his side.
For some reason, I like the aesthetic of capturing something on a screen. From 10 to 18, we made videos, Jake and I. And then Vine came out, and we happened to pop off on that. These stupid little 6-second videos. Hey, who would have guessed? Good night, idiot. Good night.
It's cute. It's fucking cute. You can say whatever you want to. He fell in love with the aesthetic of seeing something on the screen. Totally believe him. Totally, the way he said that was 100% authentic. More than that, that was 100% authentic. And his Vine videos, which I remember, that guy is, that's why he got famous. That guy is a genius at making a story happen in 6 seconds. That shows a capability of a certain intellect to understand, how do I make the story work in this short amount of time? Now there's a few people who can do that. David Dobrik, Logan Paul. I mean, there's many people who do like beautiful things like that, but those kids actually like really know how to do, they did it consistently. And he shows him with his brother now, so he you gotta give it to him. He's really, the Vine thing was very deserving.
Logan's ability to storytell in such a short form medium was super impressive. Flipping that switch to go to YouTube, it just took off from there. He was the fastest channel to ever reach 1 million subscribers.
People were living vicariously through him, watching billions of hours of content.
I see Logan as the biggest entertainer in the world. Not a country that you can go in today without...
Okay, whatever he says now, like, I see Logan as the biggest entertainer in the world. Like, you can say something general like that. But before that, what his manager said, it's 100% true. The storytelling ability in short term is freaking crazy. I mean, I did Vines, and I do TikTok, and it's super fun. I love it, and I feel like I have a really good capability of doing that too, and that helps me to understand what is going, like, I feel like I'm really good at it too, so that helps me to understand what is going in it. And what's going in it is a certain way of seeing the world. Like, you have to understand, okay, how do I do the first seconds? How do I cut it? And how do I finish it? So the audience is getting it. Like, there's a high level of social intelligence in it to do these kind of things.
Being known, we're talking the biggest platform in the entire world. Logan has #1 horror video views.
I started on Vine, and then I became a YouTuber. And now...
I think Mr. Beast and David Dobrik are the biggest right now, but he's big.
Boxer? This is weird.
Okay, this part I don't like. Look what he says. Look what he says. There you can tell it's not all genuine. Watch this. Look his body language too.
I started on Vine, and then I became a YouTuber. And now a boxer? This is weird.
Did you see his eyes? Now a boxer? Now a boxer? That was clearly bad acting. He almost tries to be fake humble. Not almost. He is fake humble. And now a boxer? This is weird. It's like, just say how you feel. You can tell he feels like he has a natural talent to be a boxer, and this is what's supposed to have happened. It had to be happen for him. Whatever, I cannot go in his mind. I cannot go what he's thinking. Nobody can do that. But you can see in people's eyes if what they say is genuine. Most of the time you can say that, if you're socially aware enough.
And so I'm curious what I was like off camera.
Look at this fucking shot. Wherever you do the shots with the dog keep walking, it's beautiful.
Compared to now. You know? Yeah. Hello?
Hey, there's a girl who just got dropped off in an Uber outside. She's got like 2 bags and 2 suitcases full of clothes.
My house is listed on Google Maps as a Maverick house. Hey, so this one's a little out of the ordinary. I don't know how these things get in there. I can assure you I'm not manually putting my address.
I love how they kept this in. This was hilarious with the girl with the luggage coming with the Uber expecting to go into his house. This makes him just more relatable. He knows that. Whoever edits it too knows that. But I'm pretty sure he is standing right next to it, be like, that's what we're going to put in.
Google. We'll handle it. Thank you, bro.
Yep, that's what.
But I have no idea how I'm going to handle this. I have no idea.
I love that you just said that. That makes him... Okay. That makes him likable. I don't know. He says sometimes what... And that's what made him so likable with people starting out on YouTube, is this kind of... I don't know how we're going to do that, but we're going to do that. And that's relatable, that's authentic. Now, I gotta say that press conference and a lot of things that he says is just... It's this split thing where you can tell that he has a not so authentic part of his personality too, where he feels like he has to portray it a certain way, even in his podcast, where he's like, oh, I can't say that, I can say that, and he like almost holds his mouth. So because my manager, and that's what makes KSI way more, in my sense, way more attractive as an entertainer, because KSI is almost like, I'm gonna just say what I say and I allow my mistakes. I just comes out, this is me. Whereas Logan is more like, he feels like he has to do right, because maybe because of what he did wrong. I think it's just part of his personality, where there's a lot of people in his ear where like, you can't say that because of your brand, you can't say that because of your brand, and that he doesn't see that makes him look like phony. Like, dude, if you see this, you look like a phony. But you don't have to, because I know you're conscious enough to not all these people that yap in your ear. And his or your brand is called, I'm a Maverick, we go right where everybody else goes left. Bro, you go left, but with everybody else. But if your manager says, it's okay, you go right, and you say, oh, I went right, see, I'm a Maverick. Bro, you used to be a Maverick. Now you just like keep in the safe box so you don't get hit by society. You basically are a robot who gets moved by society the way society wants you to be. And it's sad, because I want you to be free. It's sad because that incident was part of what stifled you, and you felt like you had to apologize so much. Now, I don't say that incident was right or wrong. I don't want to give any judgment on it. Of course, I don't want to give any judgment of it. Okay? But what I'm going to say is you were walking after approval of society, and you're still doing that. And that makes you look phony, because right now, our generation is in such an authentic, we love authenticity. We want to see fucking authentic shit. That's why we love David Dobrik. And of course, a lot of times he makes some fake shit too, but a lot of times that shit that he does with like his friends is pure fun, and he captures on camera, and that's authenticity. We don't like you to be in the podcast and be like, ah, shit, I can't say that right now. That's fucking weird, bro. Like, say it, because you know what? Words can break your bones. Like if society gets at you, you can be like, fuck you, I don't give a fuck, I'm still gonna make money somehow. Oh, I don't get no brand deals from these people, do it. Fuck that. At least I'm authentic, do this and that. And people will fuck with you. Like, people will go, like, maybe those brands will not go with you, but the people will go with you, because they respect you having your own opinion. They respect you going for it, you know? We all make mistakes. We can learn from mistakes, but you don't have to sit in the corner and be like, oh, can I do this? Can I do that? I hope you understood now what I'm saying, because I want people to be more free too, you know? And I feel like when that happened, with Japan, I don't even think he knew he was, I don't want to say wrong. I hate making people like right or wrong, something that like hurt people. I think the backlash made himself be like, okay, I have to change, instead of him going inside of himself and be like, okay, why did I do that? What intentions? Because it came from intentions that were weird. But then you can go into your own intentions and be like, okay, these are my authentic intentions, and that's what I want to express. That might be a little like, certain people will understand this, and if you watch this and you understand this, you will appreciate that I'm saying this right now. Because I hope it helps you to be more authentic. So let's keep going.
No shit. This house is a magnet for craziness. It's not just who knocks on the door, though. You showed up? It's for what happens inside of it, too.
We're sort of like a frat house, but we're the most successful frat house in the world.
I was a chef cooking full time. These guys coming in, world-class boxers, anything that you could possibly imagine as far as training, rest, recovery, scheduling to create a championship boxing team, we're doing that.
The first KSI fight, watching him train and the passion that he has for the sport, I think surprised him as much as it surprised everyone else.
For me, I'm a long-time boxing fan. The rematch is kind of the most exciting part of the whole thing.
The intensity is just higher than it's ever been. Everyone is stressed. I'm stressed. The shit is stressed. It's not the same when you wake up and it's fight camp. Good morning, champ.
KSI said it right. Logan Paul has a lot of yes men around him, and he doesn't see it. Now, I'm saying this. Sky Mike, he's funny. He's a great addition to the podcast. He's hilarious. He is a comedic genius. He's a smart dude. I know that. But he's also calculated, and you can tell when he talks, he knows what he I don't like when people are calculated. Like, I'm so not calculated. Like, when I talk to someone, I'd rather bring out my heart and maybe say something that upsets them, or say something that maybe gives me, in conventional terms, a disadvantage, than say something. I never say the shit that manipulate that person to give me something that I want. And the thing is, you can tell with Mike and the other guy, Spencer, a lot of times they say shit that they know what is the effect of that, and that's why they say that. And that makes them inauthentic. And KSI is right. And I can relate to KSI just because I'm European, I'm from Germany, and there's a certain every individual is different. Everyone is different. We are all so different. I don't judge people by where they're from. I don't judge people by their color or their religion, anything. We are all completely different. There's a thing that the majority, with a lot of people, their environment does something to them if they're not conscious enough to break out of the environment, right? And in Europe, there's this thing. In the US, it's like, which I love so much, and that's why I live here. You're the best. You're the champ. 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 You almost will it into existence, right? And that is needed. That is needed because it gives that positivity and it gives that energy, and that's why we have such a beautiful. I live in California. I live in LA. That's why I love this. I love living here more than anywhere else because that positive energy of people, you know. But the thing is, we need a balance because there's also a lot of fake shit happening, right? Now with Europe, it's like the other side, and Europe needs something from America, and America needs something from Europe. With Europe, there's this deep need for, like, I'm gonna just tell you how it is, and I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it. And sometimes it's too critical, sometimes it's too cynical, and sometimes it's too, like, I don't want to say straightforward. I don't want to say negative because it's like, yeah, sometimes, you know, it's not like that complete, like, you're the champ already, like visualizing that it's there, the positivity. But the thing that happens is, I grew up around the same time KSI grew up, and I grew up in Germany, and it's a tougher environment. Like in the schools, the fights are not stopped a lot of times. That's where I was like, and here it's like, it's a hard thing to explain, but if you grow up in a certain way, you realize that, scratch what I said, you know, what I just said, scratch that, because I don't want to judge anybody. I just feel like KSI has something where it's like his surroundings are not sugarcoating him, but he still has like that positivity, and that's why I feel like he's going to win the fight. Now, let's keep going, okay? Because I feel like I'm talking myself into craziness.
We wake up every single day to Boston coaches yelling at 8 in the morning. Let's go, champ. Look at him, champ. Look at him. Look at him.
It's the champ, Shannon the Cannon Briggs, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. And guess what? Let's go, champ.
There's a million memes where it's like, Logan Paul just farted. Oh, I've never seen anyone fought like that. Let's go, champ. Logan Paul just got knocked out. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. Let's go, champ. You got knocked out like no one ever. And like you fight like Muhammad Ali, like all those from Shannon Briggs, right? And here's the example that I was talking about. This is great. This is amazing. This positive energy is needed. But there's a balance. This goes into the way of delusion. Literally. Logan Paul says, I'm going to be heavyweight champion of the world. On what fucking basis, bro? Who professional fighters did you fight? There's people who fight like before. What amateur fighters you fought? Like, there's people who fought so many amateur fighters until they go pro. And that's okay. And there's a thing of visualizing in existence. I just feel like it's too much of like, you're the champ, you're the champ. You will always be the champ. You're the champ, you're the champ. And I was just thinking there's a cockroach on the floor. That's why I got like really fucking thing. That's how you know how ghetto I live. Because they broke open my wall behind the sink. And I saw a cockroach coming out. And I was like, fuck. See, that's why I need like fucking, I want to like eventually have a house where I'm like free of that kind of stuff. I live ghetto, but not ghetto, but you know. All right, let's go. Let's go, champ. But yeah, I want him to that positivity, but it's just like, I feel like you need that other side where it's like, yo, a realness, you know. And Maybe it's there, maybe not, but I feel like, yes, there's too many yes men.
Let's go, champ.
I go to sleep every night. I have nightmares about Let's Go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
By bringing in Shannon, the stakes jumped up astronomically, right? The energy changes with Shannon.
He's just a powerful, motivating energy force and a 2-time heavyweight world champion that is extremely intelligent and animated.
I'm telling you. Let's go, champ. It's the champ. Logan
I like
Paul.
him.
I'm working Logan
Positivity.
like a champion because this is a dangerous business. And I tell him that every day. Listen, you can play football, play baseball, play everything, but you can't play boxing. This is the hurt business, man. This shit is real.
Shannon's a great coach because he was a great fighter. He's been in the ring. He is that warrior. When he's screaming at you and telling you to do something,
Get up that rope.
you know it's from the point of view of, hey, I've done this before, and by the way, it works.
I stay on him again. Beat him up. That's it.
Now he's training. You can see he's training, and he's putting everything in it. So I have respect for that. You know, I have a lot of respect for that. Yeah, he's going that ice bath, which is really good for him, and you can tell he's training and getting better. So only respect and love for that.
This is the only reason I'm able to work out as hard as I am. I swear to God. It's better than cryotherapy. It's better than any massages, any anti-inflammatories. This thing, the ice bath, is a miracle chamber.
I never done ice bath, but I hate being cold.
It's like 38 degrees today. I mean, this is hella cliche, but this shit's all mental. I mean, it really is. If you can, like, go somewhere else for the first 90 seconds you're in here and separate yourself from your body, like pull your soul out and extract it, you can get...
I don't know if you can appreciate this. When he said, pull your soul out, the dude literally in editing was like, hey, let me get a fucking drone shot going up, like the soul, like his soul is going out. And people don't realize like what kind of work goes in this shit. Like someone was actually doing all that and like, oh shit, let me get a drone shot of what he just said and like get that in. And that was probably an interview in the ice bath of like, I don't know, he was like talking for a while. And he took that clip out, took that drone shot, made like a sound effect in it too. There's a little sound effect if you hear it. I just want to let you know to appreciate the editing and like, motherfucker, this video is great.
Right. I think we're gonna peak right when the fight comes. Shannon calls it baking a cake. Dude's baking a cake and he wants to make sure it's cooked to perfection.
Oh, wait, see, man's got this belt right now. If any YouTuber wants it, you can come get it. Jake Paul!
Someone tweeted me like, this guy KSI is like, Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul! Any other Paul?
Jake Paul. Did you hear what he just said? Did you just... His ego is so crazy. He couldn't... Watch this.
It's cooked to perfection.
He says he was about to say KSI, but he rephrased himself to say this guy KSI as if he never heard of him really, or to make it a little smaller, to make KSI a little smaller. Like watch. Great sound effect.
Oh, wait, see, man's got this belt right now. If any YouTuber wants it, you can come get it. Jake Paul!
Someone tweeted me like, this guy KSI is like, Jake.
Someone tweeted me like, oh no, I don't want to say KSI as if he's big, and I already knew him and that he was so big. Let me say this guy KSI.
Paul, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul! Any other Paul, I don't care. Bring it!
I knew KSI was like a popular YouTuber. So I'm like, whoa, what's going on here?
You guys know this kid KSI. He called me out in a boxing match.
It allowed Logan to focus all of his attention on a positive pursuit that didn't have the residue of Japan on it.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
Post-Tokyo, I had not forgiven myself yet, and I was not ready to move on. There's 3 million tweets. Logan Paul trash. Logan Paul disgusting. Logan Paul rotten hell. Without KSI calling me out, I don't know what I would have done if he had given me an opportunity to fight. Like, go back to making cringy ass vlogs? Ew. Yo, what the?
I like the honesty. I like the fucking honesty. You gotta respect that man. It's true. Through him focusing on something positive, the boxing, society put their focus on something positive, and he came back like Chris Brown came back from the Rihanna, but Chris Brown just putting out music and like going his own way. Now that's not to say, God, this society. That's not to say that they did the same thing. They didn't. But Logan Paul admits it, and it's true. Through him shifting, society shifted their focus, and he was reborn.
Oh, I think the fight's on.
We kind of kept on thinking about it, and I came up with the idea where Logan would fight KSI, and then I would fight Deji, his younger brother, because I think his younger brother started talking shit. So we were like, okay, this fight's happening. We need to learn how to box.
I've never boxed before last year, ever.
Within 48 hours, we were in a boxing gym.
I've been hit in the face by Logan Paul before, and like it is not a joke at all.
A week later, I'm sparring somebody, getting punched in the face. Like,
you know what I hate? These fake, like, in their YouTube videos, when they hit and you hear the sound effect and they fly like way off. I just don't like it.
But in our heads, it's like we can't lose. Like everybody in the world wants Jake and Logan Paul to lose.
Manchester, this is the moment we've all been waiting for.
I don't think I knew how big the KSI fight was going to be the first time around.
It was a massive, massive thing that became the #1 bought pay-per-view event on the internet's history.
The kid can't box, but he is a dog. He is an animal, and I respect the shit out of that. Big ego, a lot of pride, refuses to go down.
It is a majority draw. It's a draw.
The draw was a...
Let's give it both to both of them. That was a great fight. Both of them were fighting like dogs. Logan Paul had like his jabs in the beginning, but he gassed out at round 4. KSI, if there was a 7th round, KSI would have, I don't know, with the head guards, he would have knocked him out. I think he would have knocked him out, but the ref would probably have stopped the fight because Logan was done, and when you're done, you're done. Like, I don't know if he would have had the air capacity to come back. I think it was a right draw. Each side says, I won. I think it was a draw, you know, and it is a draw by ref. So, but you got to give it to both. They were fighting. It was a very entertaining fight.
Major letdown. I still think that he won the first fight.
Last year was the year of L's for me. Just taking L's to the chin over and over and over and over and over again. And the fight I had against JJ was my one chance to secure some sort of win in 2018. And it was a fucking tie. No, I'm gonna fucking kill this dude. I'm gonna rip his head off.
The colors of the whack on that.
Can you fix it? Yeah. So this one.
Alright, so in about 5 minutes,
Shirt is great. He looks great. That shirt is a dope shirt.
I'm gonna bring just you into the design room so that you can do just a scrum with the reporters.
These are the differences between the unified rules and California rules. This is really for your trainers, but I want you to be aware. Here's your rule book.
You guys can.
Why does he have this toothpick in his mouth? I really want to know. Logan, if you see this, I really want. Did you just eat?
The Logan Paul vlogs. I'm uninterested in still being a YouTuber at this point in my life.
Fire red glasses though. I don't know why they were red and now they changed, but the glass. Do you change your glasses? But fire glasses.
Yeah, I'm not joking around. I'm a fucking professional fighter. And I'm gonna treat it like that.
Is that what made you want to turn pro? That way you can fight without the headgear?
I just wonder what makes both of them professional fighters. Did they just sign a contract where it says I'm a prof? I know they had to like do certain guidelines, but usually I feel like you go professional if you win a certain amount of amateurs and you actually win stuff. But let's be honest, they became professional fighters because they signed something.
I mean, I just turned pro so I can fuck Logan up.
I just turned pro.
Kid's got a big mouth. Like me too. Which is why I think this is such a big event. Like, both our egos are fucking huge. We both have a lot on the line. None of us want to become the meme.
By the way, the whole trailer is made for everyone to watch the fight. This is a great shot. There was great editing. This is great hyping up. This is not psychological or character-wise how you see what really happened for the 40 days down. This is for you guys to fight and for me to buy the fight.
I think KSI is scared. I think he realizes that he's gonna lose, or knows that he's gonna lose deep, deep, deep down.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Who's excited to see me knock this bitch out?
And the smoke putting KSI in the face. I'm not gonna say anything. That's how you see Jake's character. Like.
The truth is, Logan doesn't like KSI.
We would have won. We knew we were going to get loads of shit from all the other promoters. They would already come on and say it's a joke. What is it Eddie Hearn doing? It's embarrassing, you know, etc., etc. But they'll also be watching on November 9 going, fuck. like I did the first time around. I got told about the first fight, and I almost wanted it to be a poor fight. And it was a really good fight. When I was asked to be involved in the rematch, I wasn't going to let it pass. I knew it would come with criticism. If they can criticise you and the event as much.
And we're back.
Who's excited to see me knock this bitch out on November 9?
Yeah, Jake blowing stuff in his face.
The truth is, Logan doesn't like KSI.
We would have won. We knew we were going to get loads of shit from all the other promoters. They would already come on and say it's a joke. What is it Eddie Hearn doing? It's embarrassing, you know, etc., etc. But they'll also be watching on November 9 going, fuck.
Here's the thing, Eddie Hearn, he's very calculated too. He always says, oh yeah, we knew we got shit from other... Actually, no one's saying shit. All the pro fighters giving props to the event because it's attracting so many people to boxing. This is going to be so huge. It's bigger than the last fight. It's going to be at the Staples Center. They did a fantastic job promoting it. Every day there's new videos out on KSI versus Logan Paul. It's crazy and it's going to be really amazing.
The first time around, I got told about the first fight and I almost wanted it to be a poor fight. And it was a really good fight. When I was asked to be involved in the rematch, I wasn't going to let it pass. I knew it would come with criticism. If they can criticise you and the event as much as you want, you're still walking out in front of 20,000 people at the Staples Centre to fight another man, like, with no protection. I said, we need to lose the head cuts. And you got to use 10-ounce gloves. The little ones, you know, the ones that really crack. Someone will end up face down here and KO'd. And quite honestly, that's what I want. Now, it's a proper fight. Now, someone will get knocked out.
He's a dude managing AJ, Anthony Joshua.
Quite honestly, somebody's getting knocked out. And quite honestly, that's what I want. That's right. It'd be me and Eddie Hearn going at it. Silk lining, that's going to be the new thing, man. So I'm going to do that for you. You're going to be the first guy to wear it.
A silk lining?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow, fancy. This shouldn't be allowed. I swear to God, this should not be allowed.
Another example of Logan Paul being phony. He says, he looks in the camera, he's like, this shouldn't be allowed. This shouldn't be allowed. This is like acting too, like, that's not real confidence. That's like, oh, I'm a champ, you're the champ, you're the champ. This shouldn't be allowed. This shouldn't be allowed. You can see.
Last year we fought with 12-ounce gloves. And I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but 2 ounces is going to make a lifetime of a difference.
Logan's punches in the first fight, if they were 10-ounce gloves, would have knocked him out.
Oh my
You don't know that. Okay, Jake.
God, these are legal to.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That's
These are legal. I mean, he put them on you.
the thing that Triple G uses. That's the same one that, like, all those guys that use 10s.
I feel like I'm holding a gun in my hand.
See, I feel like I'm holding you. This is like the kind of couple of dudes sitting next to each other, stroking each other, and like cuddling each other. And it's like,
My hands are.
but you know what? Everybody does some shit. So the video is great. The whole video is great.
quick. And so if we're practicing in 18-ounce gloves and I'm looking fast then, and then we move to 10-ounce gloves for the fight, I mean, you do the math.
Go through it, turn, do that twist and turn. And you're in front of millions. You gotta be cooked right. We gotta do this right. Go through, champ.
I'm not even considering the effects of a loss. I can't fathom it. I think the loser of this fight will suffer an immense and perpetual amount of embarrassment.
I think Logan Paul underestimates. He experienced before so many people in the arena, but it's gonna be even more hyped, and I hope he's ready to like have that. It's not even about stamina. JJ is just so much more chill, and that's why he doesn't extend so much energy. Logan has too much approval thinking in his head. I think JJ is so much more cold than him. I don't want to even say cold. JJ is so much more secure in himself than Logan is. Logan is still the approval. He says it in the end, you will hear. He says, I will use the energy of the audience. He should use his own energy. And that's what JJ does. And even though Logan physically is a stronger human being, I feel like KSI is going to win the fight.
I'm an extreme person. Boxing is an extreme sport.
Look out, look out.
And every time you step in that ring, you are risking your life. Part of me sort of likes that.
That's my guy.
Because it makes me push myself to a level where most humans will never dare to go.
Hard jabs, hard jabs, hard jabs. Every time you look up, crunch, jab in your face, busting your jaw, busting your eye, busting your nose. Guess what? They coming nuclear.
I would never in a million years want to get in the ring with the current fighter Logan Paul. I'm scared for KSI.
There will be a knockout.
Come on.
And it's not going 6 rounds.
Like those people, doesn't matter. It's just talk.
This isn't some YouTube bullshit.
I'm ready for this. This is the only thing in my life that matters. I'm gonna knock out KSI.
I believe him that right now he's really focused and that's the only thing that matters to him.
And it's gonna be sick. What kind of man likes to beat up a man trying to beat up him? Who enjoys that? I fucking do. I like that. Next question.
That was a good ending, that was a good saying, but then the next question sounds a little, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. That was a great ending. What kind of music does he have? I don't know who made that ending music, but actually JJ has his own music in the end of his trailer. I think I said everything in this trailer. This is a long trailer if you're still listening. That's dope. Yeah, but I feel like I said everything. They're so different. I feel like JJ's gonna win because he's getting on his own energy under pressure. And I think Logan is still the same guy that you see on Impulsive that stops himself on approval. And when you're in that ring, I don't know if you can get all the energy from the audience. So he's fighting great. I have respect for his fighting, for his training. I still think the person with KSI is training well too, and even though he is smaller, I think his energy conserving, like him getting the energy from himself and being the more, it's hard to explain, he doesn't care. He cares less than Logan does. He cares less about losing or win. Not even about losing or winning. He is the more risk taker, but also he's just more, allowing himself to make mistakes and be at peace with himself. And I feel like that's why he doesn't have so much resistance and pressure, and that's why he will have so much more energy for fighting. Where I think when Logan gets in trouble and he gets that resistance, that approval, I think he loses more energy. So I think KSI is gonna win the fight. I might still do KSI's video, even though I saw it and I didn't like the beginning. He was talking really like weird, same like not all. It didn't sound that authentic, but I really like KSI's character. Also like Logan's character in a way. I think Logan can like express himself more freely if he stops listening to other people and just being himself. That's it. I don't want to like keep on rambling on, taking away like my time, you guys' time. I think I said everything. It's late night here. It's like 1:30. If there was something important for me to say, I think I would have already said it. I wish you guys a great night. I hope you enjoy this. I just did it. I'm just doing it. I felt called to do this video, so I'm doing it. I'm not doing it for crazy selfish reasons. I just felt really pulled to do it. So, and I feel like that's something where I serve the universe or the people, whoever spiritual is. I serve the whole, and it's fun for me to do it too. So yeah, let's see what I'm keep doing. Let me know if there's something you want to see. Bye.